Over the past year, I have been inconsistent on this channel as I kinda got into a rut. I have recorded and edited so much content and scratched it all. I struggled to create content that I was proud and happy of. That left me reflecting, and I ended up back at the drawing board. Back at square one, I was able to compile some YouTube advice that I wish I had learned sooner and no one really talks about. My first piece of advice is don't be too niche. I have changed my perspective to I am my niche. Yes, I film and I edit and I can help people get better at it, but I believe I have way more to offer than just that. Instead of boxing myself into a corner of just making tutorials that will only help a very specific type of person, I can display hobbies, habits, and systems that help me enjoy life better, giving me energy and more creativity to put into learning new effects and making better tutorials. Sharing a mix of personal, actionable, and creative videos that can relate to your corner of the internet, you will be able to attract a different audience that can connect with you for reasons outside of what you specialize in. My second piece of advice is practice storytelling. Recently, I've began to try to improve my storytelling by recording a voice memo on my phone of me just telling a story for 3 to 5 minutes. This has helped me find parts of my story that I can improve on or I'm already good at. I believe storytelling is one of the best skills you could have in today's digital economy, because as we scroll, we are being told or sold a story, and if you're able to nail how to tell a good story, you will be able to capture attention for the years to come. After all, they say attention is the new currency, so why not position yourself well? Stories is how us humans are able to connect with each other, and you are able to create your own story to help people understand your values. If we fail to write our own stories, other people will create stories for us, and they might not be accurate, so it is important that we tell good stories about ourselves and our interests so we can show people what we bring to the table. Advice number 3 is take a seasonal reset. Earlier, I mentioned I was in a rut. During that time, I would beat myself up for not moving the needle forward. I had to take a step back to find out what was challenging me to be able to move forward. Then it clicked. Like I said earlier, I went back to square one and hit reset. I had to reflect on everything that was holding me back, but also what I enjoyed doing last year. Then I rebuilt an up-to-date system for the new year and hit reset on the past. We are in February, but bouncing back from crazy holiday times, it is important we take a step back, reflect, and reset. The fourth piece of advice is travel. Earlier this year, I was able to travel to Cali, and it was one of the most eye-opening and motivational trips I have ever taken. To begin with, never in my wildest dreams did I think a camera would land me on the trip, all expenses paid for, and a bunch of other benefits. All I could think about in the mansion that we stayed at was there's a lot of people in this area living just like this because of a camera. From influencers, YouTubers, artists, and directors, the amount of people that benefit from content creation is crazy, and that led me to shift my focus into creating content for myself, and this is my shot at it. My final piece of advice is avoid the glass ceiling effect. This is very important that you avoid, as it's a metaphor for the invincible barriers that prevent people from advancing in their careers. This one I actually learned recently, as I felt as I was just stuck on the same page. For example, with this channel's thumbnails, I have created some good and bad thumbnails along the way, and with that being said, I have pretty much watched every tutorial on how to make a thumbnail possible. Slowly as time went past, I felt like they just looked bad or didn't look presentable for my channel at the time. After stagnating with thumbnails, I decided to get some help. Then I was finally able to find a thumbnail creator that has made some of the best thumbnails I ever had. The hard truth is just that I wasn't as skilled as I thought I was in that area. So once I hit my full potential, I wasn't able to advance and grow past that. If you ever feel like you hit this point, I recommend you to pay for a professional or hire a mentor that can help you coach through whatever your glass ceiling is and smash right through it until you hit the next. If these tips helped you out, drop a comment below on which piece of advice you'll be taking with you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.